Hey guys, I'm filming on a cone of yarn, so hopefully this works out. But today I'll be talking about my November finished objects and whips that I'm currently knitting. This month, the beginning of this month, I knitted quite a lot, and then now I've just been working on some gift knits, or like for some reason, like I'm a monogamous knitter, but right now, because of the gifts, I've been like trying to handle the like 4 whips at a time, which is like really not normal for me, and that's why I've only got I think 3 FOs for this month. I think I've technically made 4 FOs this month, but I think because my first video was at the beginning of November, I included some of them. So you'll probably recognize this, which is why I'm going to go through the things that I've already shown quickly. So first, I think I finished these leg warmers, and they were really fun to knit up really quick, and I was going to make them as a gift knit. Not these pair because I really like the colorway for myself, but I wanted to make another pair to gift, but there's no one in my life who I can see wearing these, so I haven't done that. They take they're really quick, just stocking it, and the yarn does the details for you. Like, it adds flavor itself. I don't need to add any cabling or lace to these for them to look special. So I knitted those using Yarn Art Harmony in the shade 9A. I really wanted to buy more because I was actually thinking to make a sweater out of that yarn, that colorway, but I couldn't find it anywhere, which is unfortunate. So I'll keep a lookout for that, because I want to make another step-by-step sweater with that yarn because it is Aran. But yeah, by the way, I didn't mention that those haven't been blocked yet, which is why they look kind of odd, but these mittens have been blocked, as you can tell. I finished these after the leg warmers and while I was knitting my sweater. They're so cute. They're knitted in the size small, so they don't actually fit me, but they are a gift knit for my mom this Christmas, and she already knows she's getting them. So yeah, they're really cute, and yeah, they're called the Paca mittens. They're a free pattern. They're really fast to knit up. I think one of them took me 6 hours each, and at the time I was really recommending the yarn I used, and I bought it in Rome. It's Titan Wool's, I'll add the name on the screen. I now understand why the reviews aren't that good on this yarn, and it's because it's not consistent. Like, as you can see between, I need to find the right area where it's more obvious, but yeah, as you can tell, this one, the cream yarn is like a lot thinner than on the other side, and I tried to fix that in blocking, but I think it's still a bit obvious, and for some reason on camera the brown is looking a lot lighter than in reality, but when I hold it back here, this is about the color it is. So it's like a chocolate brown with a pinkish cream. So I really love these. I'm actually knitting another pair, and I'll show you those in my whips. But then at the same time as knitting those, I knitted my first step-by-step sweater, and this one it's just finished blocking. It took like 4 days to block out, and then I got really tired of waiting, so I just put it on the radiator. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It's really gone drapey since blocking it, and I really love the texture of this yarn. I just wish I knew the brand so I can buy more, because I bought it from eBay as just a cone, and it's like really woolly, but it's just blocked out so beautifully that it's like now really soft as well. So yeah, it's just a plain black sweater with the 2-stitch raglan increases and the long ribbing sections. This one I decided to do like in between a mock neck and a turtleneck. I'm actually going to try this on to show you guys what it looks like. So this is what it looks like on after being blocked. It has grown in length, which is perfect. It's like, this is the shortest jumper I own, and I specifically made it like that because I wanted something that I could wear like with smart trousers to job interviews. But I really love the sleeves. They hit a perfect length, and it's so like, it's such a great basic jumper that I can just wear. The fit is like perfectly regular, and yeah, I really love the yarn and just the texture of the sweater. This was the first garment I made, and now the second garment. I haven't shown this in another video, but this is the step-by-step sweater again, but this is my second version. For some reason this one turned out a bit messier than my first one. Yeah, like it's really clean here on the neckline. But yeah, this one's not been blocked yet, even though I finished this a week after I finished this one. Like it literally took 6 days, even though this one was much, like, I made it a bit longer and I changed it. So this is a folded collar. I did 4 centimeters of folded collar, then I knitted it normally. I did knit the same size, which is the extra large, I think, or size 4, I think, yeah. And then I did the sleeves the same 4 centimeters, as well as the hem. I was really considering doing a folded hem, but I was scared that it was going to be too bulky because this yarn is unspun. And I should have mentioned that I did knit this in the same yarn, and I got them both from the same seller on eBay. So if I really wanted to, I could probably find the yarn, but I just don't know the yarn name or like the exact fiber composition of the yarn. So yeah, I really love this one. I might love it a bit more than the black one because like this is more casual and day-to-day. So I'll actually try that on. Okay, so this is what it looks like unblocked. The hem would definitely relax a bit when it's washed, and I'm predicting that the collar will come down a bit more because right now it's quite high. This is the first time I've tried it on and like actually looked at what it looks like in the mirror, but I really love this color. It's really warm, cozy, same as the other one. I think the sleeves will be longer for this one because I knitted it like 1 inch longer, I think, even though the ribbing is shorter. And I don't, other than like extending the length and like shortening the ribbing, I didn't do any other modifications like the rate of decreases. And I just love the fit of this so much. It's so cute and such a quick knit. Honestly, it literally took me 6 days, and I only know that because I keep track on Ravelry. Yeah, I'll definitely be knitting another one of these eventually, and then I might be doing intage on it, or maybe even a colorwork chart, because I love like drawing charts for crochet tapestry, and like it's the same thing. So those are all my finished objects so far. I mean, sorry, in November. That's everything I finished in November. And I'll get onto my whips, and these whips have all been started either this week or in November. So none of them were like old whips from October or anything like that. So I'm actually scared to get this fiber stuck on this jumper, so I might take it off again. I should have probably mentioned that this cardigan is the Traveler's Cardigan by ahhhh. And if you want to know more about like what yarn I used or like anything else, I think it's in my first video. Let's get on to my whips for this month. Okay, so these whips, I'll explain the day I started them, I think. So this one was November 16th, I think, and it's on some some scrap yarn because I needed the 4mm needles that I was using for this project for another whip I just started literally yesterday. And this is the garter scarf, I think, by Sandnes Garn, and I'll put the correct name on the screen. So this is knitted with, I'm holding 2 fingering weight yarns. I mean, showing you won't give you much information, but this is like it's called Angora, but it's not got any Angora in it. I don't remember the fiber composition. I'll put it on the screen. I think it is acrylic. I think it is a wool blend acrylic, but I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like on right now. I want it to be double the length it is now, but I really love it now. How it looks like even now, like tied up at the front. I think it's really cute, and I really like how the scrap yarn, the orange, looks with the red. Okay, anyways, let me take this off. So I really love this project, but it's taking so long. I've been knitting on it every day except for yesterday when I had to put it on this scrap yarn, and I was really hoping to get it finished by December. I think that was a bit too ambitious, so now I want to finish this before the end of the year. And yeah, definitely double the length that it is now, so that I can wrap it around twice like in the product photo. And it's on pause right now because I have to knit something else. Yeah, so that was a spontaneous cast on, and I should probably say that most of my projects that I start, they are all spontaneous, because the yarn, most of the time I don't buy yarn for a specific project, and also I don't buy yarn like point blank. Sometimes I get gifted yarn like on my birthday, or yeah, on my birthday. So I just use what I have and then figure out projects to do, which is quite hard because I have a lot of single skein projects. But I've seen so many people recommending patterns for like advent yarn or like scrappy skeins of yarn, which is perfect. And that's actually why I started the next project. Actually, before I talk about that, I have 2 other whips, but they're really quick. So if you watched my first video, you would see that I knitted the Rumi balaclava, and I'm making a second one using the correct needle size now. So this is a 5.5mm needle, and I'm using Drops Melody in the shade Grey, which is the shade 4, I think. I'm knitting this as a hopeful gift knit. I'm worried I won't be able to finish it because of the other projects I have on the go, but I do want to finish this, even though I'm not sure that the person who I'm knitting it for will even want it. So yeah, this is what it looks like right now. My one, I have my own for myself, and it's 5mm needle. So for this one, I think I will make a double knitted band. I think for my one, I just did knit 1, purl 1, ribbing around the trim of the face, but I want this one to look neater, and I will decrease the needle size for the neck, which I didn't do for my one because I got a bit lazy, but I just want this to look good. So yeah, I'm following the pattern completely. The next whip is another pair of paca mittens, and I described that I was going to make these because I had the exact amount of yarn left over that I would need for another pair in the contrasting colours. So I'm using the cream as the main colour for these pair, and right now it's looking really thin, like the yarn. It's not looking like the brown. I mean, it is probably because it is the lighter shade, so it's more obvious that it's the light is showing through. But yeah, I just started these, so I'm still on the ribbing, and hopefully I'll be finishing this for Christmas as like a matching pair for, I think, my grandma or my sister. Haven't decided yet, but those are my 3 current whips that are like I'm trying to finish before the end of the year. The last whip I literally started yesterday, and I've been and by yesterday I mean the middle of the night, like at 12 a.m. So I started the Olga sweater using some yarn I had in the house. I'm not really sure how to show this with my 80cm needles, but let me zoom, like show you closer. So yeah, I randomly bought the Olga sweater pattern because I know I want to make a stripy jumper in a blue and a green. Like, I've been wanting to knit one for maybe 2 months. I literally have a picture of it in my journal that I can probably show you. That took so long, but anyways, this is the color scheme I'm going for, and I really want to knit that in spring, or yeah, whenever I'm like open to buying yarn. So I bought the Olga sweater pattern with that in mind, and then I also had a sweater quantity left from a sweater I frogged. Like, I frogged the sweater, I had that yarn just like sitting there looking at me, so I decided to use that for this project, as well as like, so I think that yarn is 20% wool, 80% acrylic, and then I'm holding it with an acrylic color changing yarn. So this is my first time knitting like with 100% acrylic, and I'm quite worried that it's like really thin, like, because when you block wool, it kind of like the fuzz merges between the like holes of like between the stitches, but with acrylic it's like, yeah, if you can tell what I'm saying, then you know, but I'm not really good at explaining. So anyways, I'm knitting this in the size 5, and I have met gauge. I did do a gauge swatch with the white yarn, but I had to hold the white with another color so that it would like thicken up, because I am a loose knitter. So as you can tell, there's like a little cream held with the white. This is definitely going to be like a very messy project, but I chose this sorry, I chose this creamy like lace weight yarn to hold with the white, because this yarn ball has cream on the outside of it, so it kind of like goes well with it. I mean, it definitely goes well with it. It's like almost the same color, so that's why I'm doing that. Yeah, I started yesterday, and I was gonna frog this because I really want the front of the jumper to have this brown at the top, because I think it will be like the best color to start with out of all of these. But I just kept knitting because it was so addictive. Like, I couldn't just put this down because it's like, this is my first petite knit pattern, and it's just so fun to knit like back and forth, and then seeing like the different stripes come along. So yeah, I think I'll probably finish this whole back piece by today. And yeah, right now they're looking like the same, well, similar shades to my paca mittens. This is a lot more brighter, and I'm not really comfortable wearing white, which is why I frogged the first pattern to begin with, but we'll just see what happens. And I'm not scared to frog sweaters anymore. Like, if I don't like it, I am gonna frog it, and I am gonna frog it at the end. I'm not even gonna frog it halfway because I want to like at least give it a chance. So that's why I don't have many knitted garments left. I think I have this, the 2 new jumpers, and then my first knitted sweater. 2 videos ago I showed a Henley, and I'm gonna frog that as well. So don't know what else to say about this except for I started it yesterday and I'm really excited knitting this, and I do have concerns about the acrylic yarn, but I think that'll be fine. If I don't like it, I'll just frog it. So that's my idea, that's my plan, and that is everything I've been knitting or knitted in the month of November. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna maybe do a patterns video in the next coming weeks because I filmed it already, but I didn't like it, and it was showing like 50 projects or 50 patterns that are like, they include basic sweater patterns, textured sweater patterns, and colorwork sweater patterns. So I wanted to make a video sharing that because it is sweater season. As I hope you enjoyed watching this, please give it a like and comment what you're knitting right now, because even though I have 4 whips right now, I do want to start another sweater. And maybe if you know a good cabling beginner pattern, I would really recommend, I would really appreciate, sorry, you letting me know, because I really want to get into them, but I'm really nervous on like it being too difficult, like the pattern being too difficult and not simplified for beginners. Also, I want to make a cable sweater using iron or bulky weight yarn, so please, if you know any, leave in the comment, and no pressure if you don't know any. Yeah, goodbye.